go. Okay, so everybody's on page 777, correct? Thumbs up? Good. So, we are going to continue doing what we were doing before. And I don't think this is going to take us too long. I think you guys get this, but we're gonna go over the guided practice and go over what we're going to be doing, because we're only going to do the guided practice, the independent practice front and back, and then that extra sheet that I handed out to you guys. We're going to work on that one as well. But I want to go over what we're doing first before we start, and then give you guys some time to work on it, and then we'll see where the day takes us. So, we're still back to doing what we were doing the first time when we started this lesson. Except we are not going to actually be weighing anything today, okay? We're not going to do this one, so it says find an object that has mass greater than a kilogram. Now, we can talk about that, but we're not going to use a pan balance to measure it. So instead of doing this right here, we are going to look at the second one, though, that says if, and I want you guys to answer this one for me. Remember the pan balance? Remember how that works? It's kind of like the seesaw. Remember, it's got a thing on one side and then one on the other side. There's what I said to you guys was called a fulcrum in the middle. It's the pivot point. And when you put weight on one side, it's going to move the other side up, right? So if you put weight, something that's the same weight on both sides, you're going to end up with a pan. The scale is balanced, right? So if both of the plates are like this, both the pans are at the same level, does that mean that the objects on both sides of the pan have the same mass? Yes or no? Yes. If one's lower, does that mean one side's heavier? One side has more mass? Right. So we're trying to balance, right? So, question is, if you use a pan balance to measure the mass of a pen, would you use any kilogram weights? Explain why or why not. Somebody want to tell me? Ariana? So Ariana says a pen is too light to be a kilogram. Is she correct? Yes, right? Because we use kilograms to measure things that are heavy, don't we? And grams for things that are smaller, lighter, correct? So this is true. If you put a pen on a pan balance like this, most likely that pen is going to be so light that it probably barely moves. Now, it could be a little bit heavier. It could be like this pen right here that I use for the smartboard. And it's a little bit heavier. Maybe it weighs a gram or two. Then, in that case, you might want to put maybe a little gram weight, like one of these, on there. And then you might be able to balance it. Does that make sense to everybody? Thumbs up? So, what I want here then is for each of you to write out a sentence. Because it says explain. Remember, anytime it says explain, I want to see a complete sentence. So if you use a pan balance to measure a mass of a pen, would you use any kilogram weight? Explain. So everybody, take a minute. Write an answer for me there. And remember, we're still restating. And we're still using caps. Always. Capitalization, accuracy, punctuation, spelling. And anytime you're working on something academic like this, even in math, even if it's not ELA, you're still going to use race. Restate, answer, cite, and explain. Okay? Not much to cite here necessarily, but you do have to explain it. So, write me a sentence. Restate it. Remember how you restate here? You guys have it. Okay, if I don't see pens on paper right now, then you're automatically not doing what I asked you to do. Utensils in your hands, write a sentence. Everyone, I'm coming around. I expect to see one sentence written there for everybody. Second one. One sentence, guys. That's all I'm looking for. Yes, good start. There's just one sentence. And we just talked about it. Everybody's got the answer because we just talked about what the answer was, right? So I should be able to see one sentence on everybody's paper. Pan balance. We just talked about what a pan balance was. Are you guys paying attention? This is a pan balance right here, the scale. I just described it. I also drew a picture of it on the board. And we just gave you the answer. If you guys weren't paying attention, that's why you can't write a sentence. Come on, Ian. Write a sentence. You done? All right. Go ahead and get out your math workbook. Go to page 777. Come on, Sellers. Give me a sentence. I know you can explain it. I ask you right now, you can explain it. I'll write it down. You too, we just talked about it. Come on, guys, one sentence. That's all I'm asking. We're moving on to those. We're under it. One sentence, guys. We literally just went over what this answer is. You should already have something to write down. That's not a sentence. I want one complete sentence. Tell me why. Explain to me in your own words. Read the sentence again. Page 777. Good. Good. I'm sorry. I'm glad that we're on the scale. Yeah, see some good sentences. Thank you one for everybody. We're almost there. Come on, guys. Keep going. And this one. Keep going for a while. As soon as he's done. Okay, gotcha. And get in here and open your book to page 777. Yeah, you're right, book then. Business is the older. At least for now. Like whole there. It's not raining. But you're right, that is the same thing. Okay. Now, we are writing the sentence, right? Okay, does everybody have a sentence? Looks like most of you do. Good, good. I see some thumbs up. Good. Good. Okay, so most of us do. I know a couple of you guys do not. It's okay. You just came back in the room. But we need to move on. So on this one, somebody give me a complete sentence for that question. Right here. Use pan balance to measure the mass of a pen. Would you use any kilogram weight to explain? Somebody give me a complete sentence for that one. Nick? Okay, you got a good start. It's not going to be less than the pan. Wait, it might be less than the pan. But we're talking about whether or not we would use kilogram weights. Okay, give me a second here, guys. Hello. Yes, it is. Is this Kylie? Hi. It is, and I just sent an email out this morning. So let me make sure that that's open back up, and then you will just use the same login information you used before. Now, are you finishing the ELA, or did you finish the ELA? Okay, but you haven't done the math? Okay, so let me open up the math for you, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you an email, and it's going to have the login information in it. Okay, so you're going to use your same information, but I'll send you the code. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me go ahead and get that going for you, and I'll send it to you, and then you should be able to log in. So probably give me just a couple minutes, and I'll make this available for the week for you to work on. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Well, you should be able to do it this way. So I will go ahead and I will open that up. And okay. We'll call this system tests. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll send you this this code right now, and then you should be able to log in. Okay. And you remember how to get in, right? Well, you'll have to go ahead and log into your computer first, and then go to your email, check your email, write down the code, and then, unless you're on the screen right now, are you ready to log in? If you're ready to log in, then I'll give you the code right now. Okay, if you're ready to log in, I'll give you the code right now. Are you ready? Okay. And I'll send it to you just in case for tomorrow too. Okay. Thank you, guys. Are you ready? Okay. Everybody say hi to Kylie.
Hello.
The class said hi. Okay, you ready? Okay, so it's going to be A, so 2 A's. Yep, 2 letter A's. 1 D as in dog. And then 299 T. It's AA1D. And then 299T. Yep, just 1 T at the end. So read me what you have again. You got it? Okay, good. And then I'll approve you as soon as you're in, okay? That's the one I'm giving you. That's what I just gave you with the session ID. Is it, do you not have the other? Oh, were you typing that into yours? Where it says for your ID? Because that's a different. The session ID is the one I just gave you. Do you need your ID, the SSID? Okay, that one is 921 3, 4. Okay. It's 9, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 2, 5. Quiet. Stop. And then the code is the session ID is AA1D 299T. You got it? Okay. So go ahead and get yourself in there. Go into the math and go ahead and keep going. I'll approve it as soon as you get in, okay? That session is AA1D 299T. You got it? Is it letting you in? Okay, good. Are you in? Oh, it should be not. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I appreciate you being so patient. Okay, guys, give me a second here. I'm trying to get this approved. All right, she's in. Okay, guys, I appreciate your patience, and you were very good. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue where we left off here. I appreciate you guys being very patient, and you stayed very quiet. That was good. You know what? I think everybody just earned themselves some points. You were being on task, and give you some participating as well. Okay. Now let's go back where we left off. Okay. Who else wants to give me a complete sentence here? One complete sentence. Ariana? Anybody else have one similar? Solid? I think we could probably weigh what you can't weigh with kilogram weights, though, right? Jed? Good.
I don't know
The pen could be about 1 gram. Good. Just remember, guys, I do want to see you restating. So you can say you can start out with no or no, I would not. But you want to say no, I would not weigh a pen using a pan balance and kilogram weights because something like that. But good. Schmidt.
I put no because a pen is too light to be in kilogram.
Good. That's good. Alec, you guys are all giving me some good answers here. Alec. I'm sorry to hear that. I think I'm just going to have to tell you to drink some water. You ate some breakfast, right? Okay. Okay. Go ahead and keep drinking some water, though, okay? Anybody else want to share theirs? Wilkins?
I will not use a pen because it would be too light.
Good. Good job, guys. So you get it. Makes sense, right? Thumbs up? Thumbs up? If it makes sense. If it doesn't, be honest. But it makes sense. I think you guys are getting it. Kilograms for larger objects, right? Grams for smaller. Less mass. Not necessarily smaller though, right? But less mass. Here's an example right here, actually. Where's that one story? This right here. This looks light, doesn't it? It's small. It's small. It's a lot smaller than some other objects. Like if I pulled out a cantaloupe, which I don't have. But let's say I did have one. You would think this thing has got to weigh less than that, right? Well, I'll tell you right now, if we had that scale in here, and I should bring it back in just to show you guys, this thing has a lot of mass. It's actually quite heavy. It's quite heavy. It is not as light as it looks. So sometimes size can be deceiving. I think I used a magnet as an example as well. Or if anybody's ever seen like a ball bearing with small little metal balls, they're actually quite heavy. They're small, but there's a lot of mass in there, right? Good catch. Sellers, question.
Like those small cubes about the size of Zoe's stuffed animal, they call them the unbreakable cubes.
Well, there you go.
Those big little metal cubes.
And those are going to have a lot of mass, too.
They're very heavy.
Okay, let's go to this one. It says in 3 and 4, write the total mass represented in each picture. We have 1 kilogram, 1 kilogram, 1 kilogram, 500 grams. First question I have for you all. What's the operation? What's the operation here, guys? Everybody should put their hands up for this one. What's our operation here, guys? Huh? Eston? It's addition. It is. We're just looking for a total. So what is our total here then? What is our total? And you could actually have a couple different answers here, right? Ariana? Yeah, we could say 3 kilograms and 500 grams. Or, what's another way to do that? Because how many grams are in a kilogram again?
7,000.
That's right. So couldn't I also say, if I said this equals, let's say 3, would that be right? 3,500? Would that be right? What do you guys think? Yes or no? Yes? No? Oh, I'm hearing mixed messages. Go ahead. Who thinks yes? Thumbs up if you think yes. Who thinks no? Anybody? Joel and Nick say no. Okay, why do you think no, Joel?
Because it's heavy.
Okay. So is that wrong?
That's a lot of kilograms.
That's right. What should it be?
3,500 grams.
That's right. Thank you, Joel. You noticed. It's not kilograms. Now, what if I said, thank you for that. That was good. Anybody else notice that one? Hey, truth, because I only had a couple of people show me that it was wrong. And it was over here. So what should this be here instead? Joel? Just grams. Now, does that work? Could it be 3,500 grams? Yes? No? Thumbs up if you think yes. Yeah? That could work, couldn't it? What about this? No, I know we don't do a lot of these, but what if I said it was 3.5 kilograms? Could that also work? Because right there I'm telling you it's 3.5 kilograms, right? Could that work? Yes, that could work. Good job, guys. I know we don't use decimals yet. We've just been sort of playing around with them a little bit, but no, we don't use them yet. As soon as brings us back. Just throwing your hand up all of a sudden. Yes, you can. Okay, what about this one, guys? We've got 100 grams, 100 grams, 10 grams, 10 grams, 10 grams, 10 grams, 1 gram, 1 gram, 1 gram, 1 gram, 1 gram. Badger, badger, badger. What do we have? What are we doing here? Are we doing addition again? Yes? Wow, come on, guys. Look alive.
Yes.
Addition? What should it be then? How many grams do I have here? What do I have in total? What do I have? I see some hands up. You can go. Jack.
145. No, 245.
245? Is that what everybody else has? Ariana? Andrew? $245? Everybody got that? 245 grams, right? We have 1, 2, 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45. 245 grams. Easy, right? Easy?
Yeah.
Feel pretty good about it? Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Good. So, what we're doing then, down here in the independent practice section, you're going to finish these, 5, 6, and 7. Same thing. All you're doing is writing the total mass represented in each picture. Total mass represented in each picture. Now, on this page right here, I do want you guys to do this. This is the next page. This is page, not this one, 778. Okay? I do want you to do 778. And I still see a lot of you guys doing things like crossing out higher order thinking. There's not been, well, okay, there might have been a couple times this year that I've told you to cross that out. I like you guys to try that, okay? I know some of you are still kind of used to crossing them out, even though that was like a year ago. Maybe you guys are doing that in a second. But I want you guys to try it. So I want to see you try everything on this back page. Okay? It's good practice. Then, we will move on to the sheet of paper I gave you. This one right here. So if you happen to finish those, you can move on to this one. But we will also go through all of these together. I promise you this one is not as bad as it looks. But here's the thing I want you to remember about this page. Because every time we do one of these worksheets, I get people who don't read the whole thing. You need to read the entire thing. Go ahead. Read the entire thing. What that means is recognize that everything here is all part of question 2. Everything here is all part of question 3. Okay? So read the entire thing. But focus on the other ones first. We're going to do this for a little bit, then we'll come back around and we will do everything together. Okay? I suspect this one's going to be pretty quick. Some of you might already be done with it. Back page. Guys, read these carefully. And I'm going to say this one more time today. I'm like a broken record, and I suspect you guys don't know what I mean when I say that. A broken record. When I say I'm like a broken record, what kind of figure of speech is that? What is that? What kind of figure of speech is that? Oh. You can go get this right over there on the desk. Briggs. What do they call it when we use like or as? You guys remember?
Yeah.
It is a figure of speech, yes. It's figurative language. Allie?
I think that's good.
It is. It does start with S. She's right. She's right. It's figurative language. Starts with an S. Sellers.
It was a simile?
Simile. He's got it. It's a simile. Right. We've got examples up here too. Anytime you use a comparison using figurative language, where we're comparing something to something that it's not, but we say it's like or as. So I say I'm like a broken record. What I mean by that is, have you guys ever seen a record player?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard a broken record?
Yeah. Like.
What happens with a broken record is it repeats the same thing over and over and over again. So when I say I'm like a broken record, I feel like I'm repeating the same things over and over. But what I mean is, I'm going to tell you guys right now, every single one of you, eyes up here. What am I going to tell you to do here? Somebody has got to know this because I've said it so many times. What am I going to tell you to do? What am I going to tell you to do? Heston. Caps and race. I'm glad you said that, but what do I tell you to do when you're reading? What do I tell you to do when you're reading every time? Andrew. Underline. Highlight. Circle the important information. That's right. Every single time. Do it. Olivia put 220 grams of nuts in a bag. She added more nuts to the bag. Underline, circle, highlight. It will help you, I promise. Promise. Jen. Only if we have time. So if you get through everything else, you can move on to that one. But we may not get that far, and I do want to do that worksheet that you guys have as well. So let's go ahead and get started here. And then we will go over everything together. Everybody should be back on this page right here. Actually, you know what? Scroll up. No, I will scroll up. You're going to look at the other page. Let's go back to this one really quickly. Independent practice on page 777. Page 777. If you're not there yet, get there. Everybody's on that one? We all on that page? Yeah.
Yeah, what are these things? They're weights.
They're weights.
Yeah, they look like pot.
We talked about it on this page. And we talked about it last time.
They look like pot batteries that have keys on the top of them that someone used as a hood ornament.
I think you are very creative. Good imagination, but these are weights. Brewer. Okay. First one right here, number 5. We have 100 grams, 100 grams, 500, 100, 100, and then 10, 3 10 grams, and 1 gram. First of all, what's our operation, Brewer? That's right. And what do we have? Brewer? What do we have there? Yes, she told me she was going to give me it. Patience. What do we have, Brewer? Do you have that one down? 931 what? Don't forget the units. Grams.
Yes.
Did everybody get that one?
Yeah. Easy.
Good. Should be easy. What about this one? Number 6. Who wants to give me that one? Wilkins.
6
6 what?
grams.
6 what?
Grams.
Not 6 grams. They're kilograms, guys. They're right there. Always write these down. Ian, what's number 7?
2 kilograms and 106 grams.
That's right. There's another way to write this. Schmidt, what did you write?
200. 200.
No.
I meant 2,000
Uh-huh.
and 106
Mm-hmm.
kilograms.
Grams.
Oh, grams. Oh,
Not kilograms. So that would be the same thing, right? Good. Good. So, did everybody get the same thing on this page? Thumbs up, same thing on this page? Jack, question.
Last one, I got to write down the 2 kilograms.
That's okay. But just keep in mind that when you take tests on this, they might ask for that. And actually, on the other paper, they do ask you to break it apart. So, Andrew, go ahead. Tell a question.
I did the other one on the page.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to this page here. Math practices and problem solving. Do you have any questions on the other page? You guys feel pretty good with counting, yes? Sellers?
I'm just saying I didn't break them apart. I just put the
2 kilograms,
9.
106. Good. You can do that. That's fine. Go
I
ahead.
put 931 grams, 6,000 kilograms.
Is that all thumbs up? Okay, good. Sit down. Okay. This one right here. Olivia put 220 grams of nuts in a bag. Then she added more nuts to the bag. The total mass of the bag of nuts was 850 grams. Use the expression right here, 220 plus n. I had a lot of questions about n, but you guys remember, when you see a letter in there, that usually represents, in math, typically always represents a variable that you do not know, a number that you don't know what it is. It's like a question mark, okay? So in this case, we're looking at 220 plus n equals 850. To find the mass of grams of the nuts that Olivia added to her bag. Show your work. Now, Talon, you asked to answer this one. What did you do? First of all, what was the operation that you used to figure out what was missing?
Minus.
What's that called again?
Minus.
It's not division, it's... Guys, stop whispering. Not multiplication, it's... You know this, you know it. It's when you use minus. It's called... Everybody?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. I heard somebody say addition. Subtraction. Yes, he's correct. So what did you subtract? Talon? That's right. Is that what you got?
Yes.
And is it grams? 630 grams, Alan? Yep. He's correct. 630 grams. That's as easy as that's what you had to do. It's N equals 630 grams. Because 220 plus 630 equals 850. Good. Fill it up. Good. Alec.
That was like so easy.
Well, see, I'm telling you guys, once you read them carefully, all of these are actually pretty easy. It's Alec's question.
Yeah, I do nine.
Yeah, so let's look at number 9. A camp counselor bought 8 bags of charcoal. The mass of each bag is 5 kilograms. What is the total mass of the bags of charcoal? There are 2 ways we could have done this. Sellers, what operation did you use to find this out?
I just added 5 times 8. I just did 5 times 8.
So you used, what's it called?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. That's right. 8 times 5. And what did you get?
40 grams.
40 grams?
Wait. Oh, 40. Some, whatever. 40 kilograms.
Kilograms. That's right. Because you had 8 bags of charcoal. They were 5 kilograms each. 8 times 5 is 40 kilograms. Did everybody get that one? I know some of you didn't because you didn't have it written down. So don't throw up a thumbs up if you didn't do it. Okay, now, I'm not going to call on people who've actually done these. I'm going to call on people who haven't done it. Okay? So, this one. Sophie used a pan balance to measure the mass of a pineapple. The pan's balance when she used 1 500-gram weight and 3 100-gram weights. Zach then measured the same pineapple but used 8 100-gram weights. Did someone make a mistake? Explain. Okay. So, first thing is, who did not finish this problem? I want hands up for people who did not finish this problem. Hand way up if you did not finish this problem. Hands way up if you didn't finish this problem. Andrew, do you have a question? Because I don't like the whisper. Okay. You didn't finish it? Didn't finish this one? I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions about it. Okay? Put that in your bag. Okay. Andrew, first question is, Sophie, how many weights did she use? How many total? What's the total? Okay, so Sophie used, we're going to write this down. S, she used 800, right? Okay. So, Abigail, how many weights did Zach use? What is the total?
800.
Okay. Brewer, did Sophie and Zach use the same? What is going on? Why do I hear so much noise over here? Go ahead. Come on, guys. Pay attention. Did Sophie and Zach use the same amount of weight? Okay. So then, did somebody make a mistake? Did somebody make a mistake there? Briggs?
No.
No. Explain.
This was used
800 grams. They both used 800 grams in weights, right? Okay. So now I want somebody to give me, I want a complete sentence where you restate. And I want everybody, you better all be writing down a complete sentence right now. If you don't have one there, you better be writing it down. I want a complete sentence where you restate and tell me why you think they did not make a mistake. Jack. Go ahead and speak up a little bit.
No one actually made a mistake with this problem. They both weighed the same weight, 550
Oops, let's write that one again. Good. You're right, and he gave us exactly why. And that's what I want to see. You need to tell me why. Don't just say no one made a mistake. No, you have to tell me why. Explain. They both use the same amount of weight. Do not copy what I'm writing. No one made a mistake because they both used the same amount of weight to balance with the pineapple. So I used some of what Jack said to me, and I just shortened it a little bit. But we know they didn't make a mistake because it says the pound's balanced when she used that amount, which means the pineapple weighs how much? How much does the pineapple weigh?
800 grams.
That's right. The pineapple weighs 800 grams. Good. Does that one make sense now? Go ahead. Kind of? Some of you think it's easy? You just have to read it carefully. Guys, don't get fooled by problems that also use words, right? 1 500 gram, 3 100 grams, 8. They're trying to trick you. They're seeing how closely you actually read. Yes?
What's the higher order
Let's look at this one. Higher order thinking. Lawrence bought some red potatoes with a mass of 410 grams. He also bought white potatoes with a mass of 655 grams. Did he buy more or less? Here's your question. Did he buy more or less than 1 kilogram of potatoes? Explain how you know. Okay, Allie. So, 410 grams of red potatoes, 655 grams of white potatoes. What is the first thing we have to do here? What do you think? First thing we need to do. Because they're asking us, did he buy more or less than 1 kilogram of potatoes? So what is the first thing we have to do to find out how many potatoes does he even have? Add. We're adding. Okay, what are we adding?
410 red potatoes. 655 white potatoes.
Good. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 1 is what?
6.
6 plus 4 is what?
10.
So, looks to me like we have 1,065 grams. So it's 1,065 grams of potatoes, and it doesn't matter if Lawrence we're mixing the red and white potatoes together, right? So the mass of all the potatoes together is 1,065 grams. So, let me ask you then, who didn't finish this one? Who's somebody else who didn't finish this one? Yeah? A few of you? Ian? Did Lawrence buy more or less than 1 kilogram of potatoes?
I'd say he bought more than a kilogram of potatoes.
He did. That's right. He bought more than a kilogram of potatoes. Now, Aiden, before you go to the bathroom, how do we know that he bought more than a kilogram of potatoes? I just called on Aiden, guys. How do we know? Did you write that down? If you're not writing it down, what did we come to then? 1,065. Is that more than a kilogram? How do we know? That's right. He's right. Okay, go to the bathroom. Hello? Hi. Yes, I'll send him over. Thank you. Nick, go ahead and go over to Mrs. Weatherly. Okay, so it is correct. We have 65 over. So then, I need somebody to tell me in a complete sentence where you restate. Jack, explain to me how you know. Did you write one down already? I need you to speak up a little bit.
She weighed more than 1 kilogram because 400 plus 410 plus 655 is 1,065.
Good.
And I do the next one.
Okay, hold on. And 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams, right? Good. I expect everybody to write something down. Do not copy what I wrote if you didn't have it. You should have already been doing this while we're going over it if you didn't have it done already. Jack. Okay, so let's take a quick look here. Go ahead. Let's look at the Common Core assessment. Evan used a pan balance and metric weights. Remember when you use grams and kilograms? So whatever you're looking at right now, it's on your paper, so you should be looking at your paper. When we use kilograms and grams, we're using metric. That's the metric system, okay? So, Evan used a pan balance of metric weights. Those are those weird things that that Ian asked what they were. Those are weights, okay? Evan used a pan balance of metric weights to measure the total mass of 3 bricks. We're looking for total mass of 3 bricks. Use the picture and draw lines to connect 1 brick, 2 bricks, and 3 bricks to the correct mass of each. So, I'm going to split this up a little bit. Jack, tell me what 1 brick would be. There we go. Okay, Sellers, what would 2 bricks be?
4 kilograms.
And now, Schmidt, what would 3 bricks be?
And I know all of them.
Everybody got that?
Yeah.
That's not too hard, is it?
It looks like it's.
You guys are all thinking that these Common Core assessment ones are always hard, but that wasn't that bad, was it? Okay, now, I know that this also means that some of you did not get to this page, correct? Who finished this page? Hands up if you finished this page. Only a couple of you. Okay. So, what we'll do then is we will have to come back to this because I do want you guys to finish this work before we go over it. Okay? Because this is not a hard page. And I want you guys working on it. But for today, we're going to go ahead and move on from our math. And we're going to move on to our ELA. So,